let's imagine this is the goal to consistency, right? Well, there are also barriers to consistency. So, to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, right? This is you. This is like, I don't know, your sword and your shield. Okay? I know I'm an artist. You're trying to get to the consistency circle, right? But there's a lot of barriers, right? There's a lot of barriers into doing stuff. So if you're trying to get like a consistent diet, the barriers for entry could be, I don't know, fast food. Maybe you like fast food. Always hungry. Maybe you just by you just eating chicken and stuff, or you're eating like certain foods and you're not eating more nutritious foods, it can make you always hungry, which will prevent you from being consistent with hitting your diet and goals. You got to understand yourself, okay? This is the hero's journey. Okay? Consistency is the hero's journey to figuring out. First, you got to figure out yourself. Okay? That's the most important thing. You got to understand what your barriers to entry would be. Okay? For me, when it comes to eating healthy, my barrier to entry is McDonald's. I love McDonald's. Like I love McDonald's food. You have no idea. It's so good. It's so good. Okay? Like, yeah, it's a curse. But you know what? I enjoy eating McDonald's foods. I really do. I really do. And it gets bad. It gets really bad. So I have to figure out how I'm going to overcome that barrier. Right? I also always get hungry, especially when I'm like trying to eat healthier. I like mitigate certain foods that I would eat, and like what ends up happening is closer to nighttime, I'm always hungry and I don't know why. And I do know why. It's just I'm not like eating in a way that will prevent me from getting those hunger pains, which will then cause me to start going to McDonald's or like binge eating or eating other things, because to me it's more convenient for me to go get fast food and to feel good and eat that food and then feel like garbage afterwards than it would be for me to, like, I don't know, cook like every day. So I need to come up with like ways to counteract these barriers, right? You gotta like plan ahead. Because every barrier that you're going to face, because you will face these barriers, every single one can be dealt with proper planning. You have to plan ahead. What's that quote? Those who don't plan to fail, right? Is that the quote? I don't remember. But basically, you have to undertake, gotta take your sword. You got a hero's journey through to make it to that sweet, juicy consistency circle. That's what you got to do, okay? And the best way to understand that is before you just decide, because I do know that like it's better action is better than planning a lot of the times. You just got to do. But like what you got to understand is you got to have like some idea, right? You don't want to jump into the abyss and then land in the ocean and like, oh wait, you can't swim, so what happens? You drown, right? You gotta have an idea. I'm not telling you to plan every single thing out, but just like have an idea of what like you're gonna face when you're trying to do something. If you're trying to like work out, maybe your barriers to entry would be you don't have a gym membership, or maybe you don't have the money to buy weights. Well, okay, that's fair. Well, what can we do to mitigate those things? Okay, you can do body workouts. You can do body weight workouts in a way that can help you build muscle and formulate. You know, like you gotta like have a general idea of why you're not doing the things that you want to do, because it's different to force yourself to do these things. If you don't want to do these things, you're not going to do these things. But maybe you do want to do these things and you just fail a lot and you don't know why. Doing these simple steps, it'll make the next time you try to shoot for a goal a lot easier. Because if you're not consistent with anything that you do, you're doomed to fail in the first place. So it's very important that you plan ahead, okay? And that's all I want to tell you guys today, okay? Be consistent in everything that you do. Practice being consistent, and you'll be better. Fail, pick yourself back up, and you'll be better. And then you continually do that, and then you'll finally be able to slay the dragon that is consistency, and then you'll be a swole, giant Greek god of your dreams. Here's a six-pack. That's going to be you. Here's some muscle. That's going to be you. There you go. Oh, that looks like a turtle, actually.